There we go. There we go. We are finally all set to go. I'm subjecting myself to half of Raw tonight because, yeah, screw it. That's all I wanted to do. Sue me if you want. I don't care. It's the last Thunderdome, brother. The final Raw in the WWE Thunderdome. And I'm gonna talk about it, react to the second half of it because fuck me if I'm sitting through 3 hours of this shit. I'm not doing that. It got me so messed up if you think that's the case, but so as far as everything I've seen on Twitter, it's not that great. It's pretty shit raw in it. But we'll talk about it. You guys can ask questions in the chat as always. Those are always open for discussion or what have you. So I'll be here for that. Other than that, yeah, the show is still underway. We just saw the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions defend their titles. So that was cool. Rip the Thunderdome. Rip the Thunderdome. Thank God the Thunderdome's over. By the way, what's up? Since he edits, that's my boy T Higgins. What's up, bro? Yeah, no, the Thunderdome, it deserved to go away. It deserved to go away. Like, the Thunderdome was one of the worst things. Like, look, it helped WWE, I guess, during this pandemic and everything, so that's fine. Is what it is, right? But for me, the bigger problem is that I hated the way that they went about it, and I hated the way that they presented it. Like, it was so fake. Like, I get it, it's the pandemic, but they could have done so much. It would have been better if they had like people just around the ring, like AEW did it. But it was just the Thunderdome. It was sucked. I'm sorry, you guys just heard me on double reverb. But yeah, no. Glad it's over. The Thunderdome is finally gone. WWE is returning to live fans in attendance for their shows this Friday in, I think, Dallas, and then they have Fort Worth for Money in the Bank on Sunday. So that's going to be a very interesting few days. Going to be a very interesting few days for WWE. Not really. Can I just talk real quickly about how much WWE has bungled to incorporate your team, bro? They really bungled their entire build of this pay per view. Like, I don't know who's in it and who's not. Like, they're changing in. Oh well, Drew McIntyre's in it. Haha, Drew McIntyre's not. Now he's in it. Oh, Carmella's in it. Now she's not. What's her name? Liv Morgan is in the Money in the Bank, and they're changing everything, like literally everything last minute, every 5 seconds, and it just doesn't come across as great. They can tear it down now. I hope they do. I hope they tear it down and they just burn it. We need to have like how they have like book burnings or whatever in like the old days. We should have like a Thunderdome burning, like a screen burning. Just burn like all of the screens. But although the Thunderdome was responsible for some very, very fun times, can't lie about that, right? There was all those times. I'll relive those with you guys in just a few minutes while I get that set up, because there were some hilarious moments in the Thunderdome. Like you had the time where they had the Chris Benoit, the fan was in the Thunderdome, right? And he put up a picture on his screen of Chris Benoit, which, look, again, not defending what Benoit did. Benoit did, it's terrible. Benoit probably going to hell, for being honest. But, like, it was just hilarious. It was kind of funny, not gonna lie. It was like, look, hey, they're trolling WWE. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Liam, you know what the Thunderdome could have used in all these months, Liam? More Grado. We love Grado on this channel, by the way. Grado Mania running wild as can be. But what's not running wild is the WWE Thunderdome as... Oh, yeah. So, by the way, Xavier Woods beat Bobby Lashley earlier. And now Bobby's pissed, and I think he's going to go around the locker room and, like, start attacking people. Like, he is pissed. Just... I'd be pissed too if I was Bobby Lashley. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie. Can't lie. Hold up. So now, what are these guys? Lucha House Party just interrupting the New Day backstage, saying good luck. I love how like they're treating Xavier Woods like a jobber. They're treating him like the 1 2 3 kid. Like when he beat Sid, there's like, oh, what? No one ever expected you to do this. It's so condescending. It's so funny. Oh, Kofi's great. We love Kofi. Oh dear. Kofi is Kofi's funny. They should wish goodbye to the Thunderdome by waving hello to Grado. They should. They should. Look, dude, honestly, like how the hell is Grado not signed by one of these big leagues? Like he's gonna be over day one. He's just great. Except in Impact. Yeah, they although Impact kind of ruins everything and everybody they touch, don't they? He's already in hell. That's true. That's true. Bobby got rolled up like a yoga mat. Ah, that's funny, Liam. Good. A winner is you, mate. A winner is you for that. You took on all comers. You did, Kofi. Kofi did take on all comers as WWE champion, but you got steamrolled by Lesnar. Absolutely demolished by the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find some funny Thunderdome moments here, because okay. So Lashley, they're cutting a promo, or Kofi and Xavier on Lashley. So that's cool. Some of these rules, though, I don't know. Have you guys read the rules about the Thunderdome? They're kind of wild. Like it was like you have to do exactly what they said, otherwise they boot you off. Like Kevin Dunn was really strict about that. Apparently, he just started booting people off like willy nilly whenever he wanted to. It's crazy. Let's see. Since the edit says Bobby Lashley got pissed about everything, it's just his thing. That's been his thing for a while, hasn't it? It's always been his thing. Just get pissy and throw a fit and yeah, he just kind of has a moan every few minutes. Like Bobby, you're a grown ass man. You're like 44. Just get over it. You're the champion. You're the fucking champion. Who cares? I'd prefer him in AEW, to be honest. They would know what to do with him. I've told you about this, Liam. NXT UK, the dude would be over. The dude would be over, and he would probably fit better over there too. Was Bobby Lashley not an Impact at one point? He was at Impact. Remember so Lashley actually did the whole belt collector gimmick before Omega did. So yeah, he was in Impact for a while, and he was basically like their most dominant champion, like, you know, in the post Kurt Angle era of Impact Wrestling. But do you guys tell me, who was your favorite Money in the Bank cash-in? Because I have like a list of cash-ins that I think were... I have like a top 5 list I'll probably go through at some point. But I think that... I personally think that... I don't know who's going to win these Money in the Bank matches. The women's match, I feel I'm leaning a little more towards Zelina Vega, because she just kind of came back. She has that air about her, in a good way, I mean. You know, that she has a little bit of momentum. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's see. I miss Velveteen Dream, don't ask. I won't. And all I will say about that is, great wrestler, a lot of potential. I'm not going to speak about the messages because, look, I don't know. Is what it is. Not is what it is, but, like, we don't... Like, he says that they were not true, and they were faked or whatever. They did an investigation. WWE did, and they said he was fine, but they still cut him. I don't know. So I'm not going to speak too much on that. But as a wrestler, he was great. Yeah, Velveteen Dream, he could have been something though in WWE. Like he was on track. Like especially how young he was. He's like my age, which is crazy. You know, he's a young guy who could have done a lot. But you know, we'll see what he does next. Maybe he'll do something next. But Yeah. What do you guys think? So again, who do you guys think is gonna win Money in the Bank for the men's and the women's? Because like there's a bit of disagreement online. I've seen a lot of people think that Drew McIntyre is gonna win. I understand the logic behind that, but I don't know. I liked his gimmick, to be honest. It was a good gimmick. Oh wait, there's someone being attacked backstage. Sheamus, he's attacking Alberto Carrillo. Oh, yo, Sheamus with the broken nose. I love broken nose. Sheamus. Oh dear. Oh my God! They're giving Sheamus the shattered Cody Rhodes character now. He broke his nose. Now he's wearing the mask and everything, and he's mad about it. He's mad about Rhea breaking his nose. Oh, so Sheamus just attacked him right before their big match for the U.S. title. Oh, Damian Priest staring down Sheamus backstage.
Someone get medical out here.
Yo, Damian Priest versus Shamo? I'm all down for it. I love that. I figured Bobby Lashley was attacking someone. It was not Bobby Lashley, although that will probably happen at some point very soon, Cincy. That will definitely happen at some point because Lashley, that's all he does. Yo, literally, it's all Lashley does. He shows up, he hosts up the title, MVP cuts a promo, and if he's mad, he'll just attack someone backstage. Which is great. I think he's a cheaper version of Brock Lesnar in that, you know? I don't think he's as big a draw as Lesnar, obviously, but you know, he does what Lesnar does as far as in ring and looking dominant. You know, and I think that's what Vince might like about him. And look, Lashley's always had a lot of potential. He's had this in him for a while, I think, and they're finally just letting him do what he does, which is beat people, and then he has a heater who can cut interviews and promos for him. So that's cool. But Shamo, Shattered Dreams Shamo. I'm so excited about this. Cause he's angry that his nose is broke. It's literally what Cody Rhodes was doing back in 2010, 2011? When he broke his nose, it was shattered Cody Rhodes, I think, or broken Cody Rhodes. No, not broken. I think it was shattered, right? It was shattered Cody Rhodes. Hold on, let me see if I can actually do you guys a solid and pull up what I'm searching so that we can kind of go through this together as friends, because we're all friends here. We're all having fun. We're having fun on Friday night, Monday night, Michael. Oh God. Also, JBL, man, JBL's commentary, you gotta hate it. I was never a big fan of JBL's commentary. I don't know who was though. Was anyone ever a big fan of JBL? Let me know. I always thought JBL, he was fine, right? He was better than Taz, but you know, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I was never a huge fan because I felt like he was just burying people. Oh, Matt Hardy, it's the Hardy Boys, and they're gonna have fun. The boys from North Kakalaki, Michael. We're gonna have fun on Tuesday night tomorrow. Although he and Mauro Ranallo did. Well, but JBL had fun. Mauro Ranallo definitely didn't have fun. Scumbag JBL for that, by the way. We love Mauro Ranallo here. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull this up for you guys, so you guys can see this while I'm also doing this. Because I like it when the fans, my fans, and I sounded so conceited saying that. I'm sorry, I have no fans. I'm just a lonely mark on who has a YouTube channel that some people like. And I'm very glad you like it, guys. So let's go through some of these Thunderdome things here because you got time. It's not. Here we go. So these are some of the Thunderdome things, guys. This was something. Okay. Ooh, sorry, wrong. Ooh, should not be showing that. There we go. But yeah, so these are some of the Thunderdome things. So you had somebody put in Ted the Bear. They got kicked off for that. Oof, for that. They definitely deserve to get kicked off for that. Yeah, Chris Benoit. Oof, trolling WWE Pikachu. Okay, that's wholesome. That's wholesome. Come on, that's some wholesome fun. You got Kenny Omega. They obviously got kicked out for that. But yeah, I like. Oof. Oof. No comment on that. Hopefully that person's okay. Hope that was a troll again. Puppy dog and oh, Mario, Super Mario Muggle. So that's good. That's good. They're playing a commercial for fans coming back. Let's take a look at the chat real quick here. JBL is annoying. Man's named after a headphone. Oh, since he edits, a winner is you. Liam says, imagine this: Drew McIntyre wins Money in the Bank, cashes in on Lashley, who defeats Kofi, but then Bobby Lashley still retains. Says, you'll never defeat me, Drew, but he can. But I know someone who can. It's Grado. Grado versus Lashley, WrestleMania 38. Book it, brother. All right, so Sheamus is coming out for his United States title defense against Alberto Carrillo. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's a chance here that possibly Damian Priest takes over, because that's kind of what they were building towards, at least in backstage, because Carrillo was like laid out by Sheamus. Oh, Sheamus, he's literally doing the broken Cody Rhodes, the Shattered Dreams Cody Rhodes thing. Like, where he's like embarrassed about his face, and he's literally doing that. Oh, he's so self-conscious about his nose. That's cute. All dogs on the Thunderdome was amazing. Yes, it was. All dogs were amazing. Look at its defense shooting himself in the Thunderdome. I think that's what that. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to. That's why I said oof. I was like, oof. I hope he's okay. So you got Mansoor and Ali checking in on Carrillo. Carrillo needs to compete. He has to compete.
That's right. We can move this match to another time. It doesn't have to be tonight. You know, I've been waiting this for months. What's gonna do? Sheamus coming with another excuse.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. My least favorite thing. The dumb babyface, the dumb good guy thing to do is to, when you're injured and you know you have no shot at it, and they're literally telling him right now, hey, we can move this match to next week if you want. But he's saying, no, I want to do it right now, tonight, when you're injured. And then that's so dumb. That's such a dumb thing to do. I'm sorry. It's dumb. Let's see. Shattered Dreams, Cody Rhodes, all over again, but for Shamo. That's exactly what it is. He's just like, my face, fella, my face. I'm doing a terrible Irish impersonation. Is it bad? I just want the Rumble to come quick. No, it's not. It's quite normal. That's the only response you could have to whatever the hell WWE's been doing for the past few months. Although, we'll say, SmackDown is great. SmackDown, I personally have liked what they've been doing on SmackDown, as far as, you know, as far as Universal Champion Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief goes. Love what Bianca Belair's been doing. But man, this is just. I never liked Sheamus, not gonna lie. Yeah, I never liked Sheamus either. There's always like he's just like, oh fella, I'm gonna come in here and fight. And I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna beat you, fella. Like, that's all it was. It was fella every 5 seconds. And it's just he cut and like you know what ruined Sheamus though, honestly? Like, in all seriousness, what ruined Sheamus was 2012 babyface world champion Sheamus. He won the Rumble, didn't really mean much. Won the world title from Bryan in 18 seconds. And he just cut these bland, corny babyface promos. Like, he didn't like he was just boring and bland, you know? So again, it was just like, it's one of those things I never liked. I never liked it either. Sheamus the wrestler is great. He has great matches. That's why I like Sheamus O'Shaughnessy, like the wrestler, the guy. He's great and he has great matches. I just think he's been put in some weird spots. The only Sheamus that I actually really liked was 2015, I think it was, when he cashed in Money in the Bank on Reigns, and he was like he was the leader of the League of Nations, fella. That was great, Sheamus. Let's see. Broad kick, 1, 2, 3. Sheamus literally retained in 10 seconds right there. This is why babyfaces are dumb. Every babyface in WWE is a complete moron. Because this is what they do. They get injured. They fight injured when they literally are given the chance not to for the world for the universe or United States title. And he's like, I need to do it for really vague reason here. I'm a good guy. I'm gonna go do it, and they lose. And Sheamus just steps over Korea, being like, oh, what an asshole. And now Damian Priest. Damian Priest, though, he's there, right there at ringside. I want to see this match, actually. Damian Priest versus Shamo. That'd be a hard-hitting, great match, not going to lie to you. Oh, wait, now Sheamus going back into attack Korea. Oh, now he's the merciless all-out assault. And, oh, here we go. He's doing the Celtic smile. Is that what this is called now? I don't know. Doesn't Edge have the same gimmick, basically? Except he does it with a bar. With a bar. We are... what was it? It was like, we don't break the bar. We are the bar. Yeah, Sheamus is just mercilessly stomping away at Korea. And out comes Damian Priest to the rescue. And Damo going after Shamo. Shamo out of the ring, leaving Damo with Korea up in the ring. Shamo versus Damo. Book it. That'd be a great match for Damian Priest's first title. Damian Priest is interesting. I think so too. I think Damian Priest he's great. I hated what they did with that zombie bullshit at Backlash, but I like Damian Priest. Like, he's a great wrestler. No gimmick, but he doesn't really need one. He's just a badass. Yeah. One of my teachers was supposed to be in WWE. He was training with Sheamus and Drew. Then the day before his debut, he broke his neck. Oh my God. And got into teaching. He has loads of evidence. It's not fake. Man, yo. Big ups to him, man. Big ups to him. That's so tragic. That's so tragic because you hear that a lot. A lot of people who come up with these guys, they don't make it, and it's one of the reasons is because of injury. But no, man, I bet you it's not fake because that sounds like something that would totally happen. Like, honestly, I'm so sad to hear that, but I'm glad you found love in teaching. Does Edge not call his choke with the chair the Glasgow smile? Yes, he does. The Glasgow smile. Is Edge? I thought Edge was like Nordic or something, not Scottish. Is that? I don't know. I don't know what his roots are. I don't know why the Glasgow smile. I don't know why he calls it that. That's so dumb. Although it's not. It's by far the dumbest thing on SmackDown. Although now we have just seen the greatest thing on Raw. Matt Riddle. I love Matt Riddle. Arcade Bros is the greatest thing about Raw. It's the only good thing about this show. So the Arcade Bro, Matt Riddle is backstage with Ricochet. They are both excited for this Sunday. I love Matt Riddle's gimmick. He's just high. It's the best gimmick ever. Matt, like, his entire gimmick is just I'm high as shit all the time. Toy Story 2. Oh, I love Matt Riddle. He's gonna be like the most over person on Raw by far when they return to fans. And Riddle just said if he wins Money in the Bank, he's going to surprise Randy and cash in on the Raw Tag Team titles. That's not how this works, Riddle, but okay. Does Edge know? I think Edge is American. Edge is American. I was talking about like his roots, you know, like maybe like his ancestry or whatever, but I love RK Bro. It's the best thing. RK Bro is the best thing, although Miz and Morrison with their little spooters, their little water spooters. They're little water spooters. That's so cool. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. Johnny Drip Drip coming out. That's an amazing nickname, by the way, for John Morrison. Because he's a joke. He's going to be a joke in WWE anyway. They're never going to treat him seriously. So, we love that. The New Day is one of the good things on Raw. No, the New Day are good, right? They were good. I like the New Day. I'm not, not to disparage them, but it's just kind of boring because they just don't do much. They've been in this weird feud with MVP and Bobby Lashley, and they just don't have the same magic, I think, as they did with Big E. To be honest, I think when they broke them all up, they should when they broke up Big E, they should have just broke it all up. To be honest, because it just wasn't meant to be without Big E. It was those three guys coming together. That's just my opinion. Again, I just watched this shite. But Miz and Morrison are out here, and I just love the little spooters, man. They just got like pew, like they're so funny. I highly doubt Matt Riddle will win. He won't. He 100% won't. But that's what he said. He said, if I win, I'm gonna surprise Randy. I'm gonna cash in on the Raw Tag Team Champions. And like Ricochet backstage, like Riddle, that's not how any of this works. But okay, like but okay. His just gimmick is so funny. His gimmick is so funny, and what I think will be interesting, because eventually they're gonna end up doing like the Randy Orton Matt Riddle feud, right? What I can't wait for them to do is like if they turn one of them heel, I want it to be Riddle. Oddly enough, and here's why, because that's like the more interesting thing. Matt Riddle, he's been ridiculed and demeaned by Randy Orton over the past few months because Randy Orton thinks of him like a joke. Imagine if Riddle just snaps and turns heel and just becomes like a dick and like he's like, we need stricter marijuana policies. like he just. Like, he pulls a Bob Backlund from, like, 97? When he's just like, I have never... Or 94. Remember Bob Backlund back in 94 when he had that program with Bret Hart? And, like, he cut one of the best promos in WWE history. And he was like, I have never eaten marijuana. It was great. Bring that back. Also, I see what you did there, since he edits. I highly doubt that. Good job there. Let's see what wrestling Twitter has to say about WWE Monday Night Raw. Let's see what's going on in the world. Wrong one. There we go. So here we go. Okay, so Becky Lynch is working out to come back. That is a thing that's happening. Nikki Cross. There we go. Or sorry, Nikki. Or it's Nikki something else now, right? It's like Nikki Ash. Nipsey Blue, we love that. Well, okay, so huge focus on divas. Oh, well, that's because that account. Okay, cool. We'll go see what the fans are saying so far. Falls count anywhere. Let's get it Raw. Yeah, let's get it. If it's dumbass to okay, I don't know what he's referring to. This Ricochet versus John Morrison Falls count anywhere match could be really good. That is true. It could be very good. These are two high quality world class performers. Miz ran over Riddle's toe. It's so funny. It's just so like anything with Matt Riddle is just hilarious to me. Let's see in the chat. It says Riddle and Randy be having a feud, but Riddle won't know it's happening. They've been having a feud. You're right. They've been having a feud, and Riddle doesn't know. Like Randy just kind of is like. I think they were in a feud to begin with when they began their partnership, and Randy hated him. But now like Riddle is just so oblivious that Randy's just like. I could beat the hell out of him. It doesn't matter. He won't care. So it doesn't matter. Let's see. T. Higgins, aka Since he edits. I don't know. I'm gonna go back and forth on that name. It's gonna take me a while to get used to that. I've never eaten weed either, dude. Could you imagine? Just like it's funny. By the way, Bob Backlund nowadays, the person who was very clean cut against drugs, against marijuana back in the day, he's selling like he's supporting that CBD. So big ups to Bob Backlund for being for changing for the better, because CBD, great miracle of nature. Honestly, it helps out a lot of people with a lot of different ailments. Love to see that. And okay, so yeah, it is the Glasgow smile. I don't know why. It's a cool looking move though, except when Jey Uso sells for it, because he kind of like it's weird. So Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns, when they sold like the Glasgow smile, they're like, like they're like showing the emotion. Jey Uso just kind of like passes out. He's like, he's like, which is like, it's not really a move that makes you pass out. It's more so a move that like gives you immediate pain. Like if you had a reaction of being like, oh my god, this really fucking hurts, like that's an appropriate reaction. But if you're like passing out to it, that's like weird. Like it's like passing out to someone like pinching you, you know? It's like nani? Kind of lame. Um let's see. So Liam asks, who's your favorite commentary trio in recent times? In recent times, I have two. So and I'll actually pull up. Yeah, I'll pull that up real quick because I do have like a bit on this a little bit, but so one is one of them more contemporary commentary trios for me would be the trio of that AEW had in the beginning, not with Alex Marvez, but they had JR, Excalibur, and I forgot his name. It was the dude from Fyter Fest, and he did Fyter Fest and all the way through All Out with AEW as like their third man. I think he's the Golden Boy. He does a lot of esports and stuff like that. He was really good. I thought that was a really good trio. Not to say Tony Schiavone isn't good, but I thought that was like a better trio in my opinion. And the other one would be literally any trio with Mauro Ranallo. I don't care what it is. It could be JBL Mauro and David Otungo, which I think it was at one point, but anything with Mauro Ranallo is money. You could put him with two brooms. It would be an amazing trio. I think him and Nigel McGuinness were great. With Beth Phoenix too, were great. I thought him, Nigel McGuinness, and was it Percy Watson? I think it was his name. They were great, but yeah, I think. Yeah, I always thought like anything with Mauro was great, but the AEW, like the original AEW trio of the Golden Boy, Excalibur, and Jim Ross were really great too. All right, let's see. Anything else here? Oh, Liam, you deleted a message. Why'd you delete a message? All right, so, fella, why? Hey, Liam, I got a question for you. Do you watch Peaky Blinders? I have some questions about that show. Especially about the Scottish aspect of that show. I don't know. You probably don't. It's a weird question to ask. I'm sorry. But anyway, Jimmy Uso ain't doing no Glasgow Smile anymore unless it's in jail. Yo, no, they're not doing anything with it. They're not doing anything about it. They're not like T. Higgins. They're not doing anything about it. He's still signed to the company. There's gonna be no reprimand for that. I don't know what his legal situation is because I think this is like his third DUI, which oof, it's not great. And I hope, again, wish him the best. Hope he gets past his demons. But you know, I don't know what the laws are down in Florida about that. Anything without headphones, man, is great. Yes. Although Adnan Virk, that's fucking rough, mate. Adnan Virk was rough. The days of there were some dark days of ECW. Some dark days at ECW where they had like Josh Matthews and who's the other guy? Mike Adamle. Oh, those are some dark days. And Todd Grisham. They had Todd Grisham and Josh Matthews on the same commentary table at the same damn time. Oof. Thing I deleted was something about a smile. I just don't know how correct it was. I mean, let's look it up. Let's look up what a Glasgow smile really is. Why not? Glasgow smile. Oh, I'm an idiot. I spelled Glasgow's. Okay, sorry. Chelsea smile. Okay. A wound that caused make a cut from the corners of the victim's mouth and ears. Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting. So I maybe spoiler alert for season 6 of Peaky Blinders, by the way, because that probably might play a part into it. I love Peaky Blinders. Let's see. I watch it sometimes, but not a lot. Yeah. But yeah, no, AEW's old commentary team. Hold on, let me see if I can find this guy. Because I want you guys to know who I'm talking about, the Golden Boy from AEW. Because he was really good. I thought he was really good. This guy. So here we go. Here it is. So this guy, not Alex Marvez, but this trio was like, for me, the best trio in AEW history. Because you had, like, you know, JR giving the credibility. You had Excalibur being, like, the veteran putting people over. And then you had that Golden Boy was great at announcing and great for analysis as well as, like, you know, the outsider kind of, like, fan looking in. from the outside. I thought he was great also at putting people over. But yeah. For me, I like Lawler, Cole, and Booker T. Booker T was amazing. I do like that commentary team too, but Booker T was amazing. Don't scroll down. You might get demonetized. It be like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't. I won't get demonetized. I'll just get like a strike or something. I think if I just show pictures, right? Yeah. That 2012 Rumble trio. All three of them were in the 2012 Rumble. What an amazing Rumble that was. That was Mick Foley was in there. The three of them, Booker T, Michael Cole are in there. Karma, Awesome Kong was in there. What's his name? The Alberto Del Rio's old ring announcer was in there. Oh, I forgot what his name was. What was his name, guys? Someone tell me his name. What was his name? To quote SpongeBob? It was. I forgot his name. He was great. He came out in like a busted old like white car. It was hilarious. It was like duct tape on the side. It was great. Favorite Rumble. Ooh, good one. I will tell you this. My favorite Rumble was not the greatest Royal Rumble. I will tell you that much. Socko versus Snake. It was. I would say my favorite was the 2004 Royal Rumble, and that's for various reasons. It's like the 2004 Rumble to me, like that was like when I really like, I was like really young then, and that was like one of the first like pay-per-views and matches I watched that got me into wrestling. Like that whole storyline of, ironically enough, the whole storyline of Benoit, like in his journey to the main event of WrestleMania, like that's what made me fall in love with wrestling, and I've been actually pretty open about that. But yeah, so yeah, that was to me my favorite Rumble. There's another one I liked. What year was it? I forgot I also I liked the 2007 Royal Rumble. That was where Shawn and Taker finished out in the end. I thought that was a great build too, and that was also a great build for number 30 Taker when Khali was like demolishing everyone in the ring, and he came out and he stopped the Great Khali. I thought that was really good. Ricardo Rodriguez, that was his name. Jerry Lawler annoys me. Yeah, here's the thing. Lawler was fine, I think. I like Lawler much more in like the Attitude Era, and then like when he was with JR. When he was with Michael Cole, he was reading out of his old like same old notebook, the old joke book that he's been reading out of for the past like 20 years. Like it was like his one-liners just don't land for me. I don't know. It was also face Jerry Lawler sucks. I'm sorry. Face Jerry Lawler sucks. Funny, I predicted Tony Storm will be... Oh, T85. Welcome. Funny, I thought Tony Storm will be soon called up to the main roster, and a SmackDown video Friday confirmed. Yeah. Hopefully, I like that. I like that they're bringing people up. My only concern is the name change. I hope they don't just like, the Storm has arrived. like, because what they do, they change Tegan Knox's name to like Knox, and then like Shotzi Blackheart to just Shotzi. Like I don't get why they do that. They like Vince and the main roster. They always do that. They did it with Cesaro. He was Antonio Cesaro, then he became Cesaro. Rusev, Alexander Rusev to Rusev. It's a little unnecessary because I feel like you could. Mustafa Ali became Ali, and then now he's back to Mustafa Ali. But Tony Storm is great. Cannot wait to see what Tony can do on the main roster. Hopefully it's good things. Hopefully no tanks are involved, like no shitty tanks. If you're gonna involve a tank in wrestling, it's got to be the Rusev tank. By the way, I just want to make that clear. After SmackDown, that was my big thing that I told some people. If you're gonna involve tanks in WWE, it has to be the Rusev tank, the big old Rusev tank. Yeah, I gotta make a spectacle. It can't be like the DX tank. Matt Riddle to Riddle. Yeah, that was another one too, and they gotta change that back to Matt Riddle. Like that's his fucking name. He's Riddle. God damn it, pal. Dude, that's such a dumb name too. Like, yeah, I could totally see her being called a Storm. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I could too. T85. Like, ooh, here comes a storm. That's pretty much what Vince is probably thinking in his mind right now. The storm is a brewing. Probably shouldn't do that. My voice has been lagging lately. Recording a lot of content, a lot of podcasts lately, even outside of this, but. Speaking of podcasts, tomorrow night, everyone, for everyone who's here, we're going to be doing Real Take Wrestle Talk. Going to be previewing Money in the Bank and Fighter Fest, along with talking a little bit about Ring of Honor, Best in the World, that was this weekend. Also, we're going to be having our first ever post game, our first ever overtime show is what I'm calling it, on Patreon. It's going to be like like after we finish the regular show here on YouTube, we're going to go over to Patreon. And do like some exclusive post game stuff for that. So if you guys want to, a little less $2 a month, that's fine, and you get it all. But again, not necessary. We're gonna be talking about this pay per view and a lot of the bigger things. Also in the regular show, but the Patreon's kind of like an extra thing where we're just gonna shoot the shit about other topics we're not gonna cover in the main show. They changed Apollo Crews to Apollo. Yeah. Yeah. See, because that's the one thing that doesn't work. You change Apollo Crews to Apollo. It's like changing, like, Matt Riddle's name. He's Matt. Like, what? Like, no, it's so dumb. I forgot to remind you, talk about Vince limo scenario. Vince limo scenario. Gotcha, buddy. Vince limo scenario. Yeah. Actually, if you want me to talk about it right now, I can too. I have a lot of thoughts on that. Because that was one of the most intriguing storylines of the past, like, 20 years, I think, as far as, just captivating people. Because you literally saw Vince's limo blow up at the end of Raw. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, people were confused. And then they really played it up the next night. You tune into ECW on Tuesday night, and they have, like, the whole, like, locker room on the ramp, and they have the Vince McMahon or Mr. McMahon, like 19 whatever to 2007, like the tribute, the 10 bell salute, everything. It was like, I was like legitimately, and I was younger then. I was like, I think 8 or 9, and I was just like, oh my god, like, is Vince dead? Like, what? Was that real? Holy shit. Because I was also just figuring out wrestling was like a work, but I was also like, what? Like, I was young enough to like be like, what? That might be real. But I was like, Vince is yeah. So Vince got blown up, and then the whole thing was supposed to be leading to a reveal. It was supposed to be this big convoluted storyline too, which honestly is pretty interesting. I always thought that. So I think what they were building it up to be was this whole like drama, this whole whodunit story, which is really interesting. Like, the culprits, it could have been Lashley, who got his title vacated that same night. It could have been one of the McMahon children who've been vying for supremacy in their hunt to succeed their father. It could have been Vince's brother, who was supposed to apparently make an appearance on the night of the big reveal, which obviously didn't happen because that also ended up being the night of the Chris Benoit that whole situation. So that was like an interesting thing. And then like they did the whole, like, he came back and he's like, I faked my own demise just to see how much you care. They tried to play it up. It was the best. Look, I give him, it was the best they could do with that situation. And it worked out. Okay, it didn't work out fully fine, but yeah. Was the Vince limo storyline stopped by the 100%. 100%. The Vince limo storyline was 100% stopped completely in its tracks by the Benoit murder-suicide. And it was because because you can't do a storyline like that when one of your wrestlers, one of your employees has just done that. When is dead and their whole family is dead. You can't do it. Like, it was like that stopped in its tracks. And yeah, it's just a terrible situation all around. Like, I spoke about the Benoit thing in an earlier episode. I forgot which one it was, but we talked about it a little bit with Juggernaut, who was on the show last week. If you guys want to check that out, that's in the archives. At the very end of the show, in our final takes segment, or I think it was a fan question, whatever our last segment was, we talked about the whole Benoit thing and why like Benoit is kind of like taboo in wrestling and why he probably should be. Let's get through some of these questions. Did anyone else notice Ricochet now wearing Vince McMahon's old gear? Yo! Yeah, you're funny. The whole, yeah, oh, that's funny. That's a funny. A winner is you, mate. Let's see. It's a 1-year anniversary of Jeff Hardy coming back and peeing in a cup and throwing it on. You know what was funny about that? if you guys cast your minds back to 2006 during the Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon feud, they literally did that same thing with Michaels and McMahon. Like, Michaels was forced to take a drug test in the middle of the ring, and then he took the cup and he threw it at Shane and Vince. It's literally the same thing. It was kind of stupid too. It was okay. So let's see. It was leading up to a reveal of Vince's wife was that the thing? I have not heard about that before. If that was a Linda. Oh, if anyone deserved it in storyline, it was totally Linda, right? It was totally Linda. It's like, yeah, that's funny as shit. Like, Linda, like, of course it should have been Linda. This guy is wearing the face off the Divas every week. He's like kissing them. It's gross. Making out with them. Like Vince, I love how he booked himself to make out with the Divas in front of his wife, like directly in front of his wife. Like, what, bro? You got problems. Also, I've like diverted to just not watching Raw at all. Like, I'm having much more fun watching like talking to you guys here in the chat than actually watching this program, mate. Okay, wait, Matt Riddle has come out. Oh, Matt Riddle has come out and he's taken. Oh my God, this is so funny. Matt Riddle, he took Miz's wheelchair by the handlebars and he like put it down the other, like very gently laid him down. Now Miz is like a turtle on its back and he can't move. It's so funny. Let's see. Jeff Hardy coming back and being, yep, we already went over that. True, LOL. A Jeff Hardy versus Angel Garza match would be interesting. A fresh match should be a decent match if it happens. I agree. I 100% agree. I think Jeff Hardy versus Angel Garza would be great. Nice high flying action. Both of them can work. I think Angel Garza is like very heavily underutilized. And that would be a good match to do on like that would be a great opener for a pay-per-view. That would be a great opener for a pay-per-view. I would love to see that because that's like seems like a very high. Ricochet just did a cross body or a body slam onto Johnny Drip through a ladder, and I didn't mark out for it. That shows you how much I care. Jeff Hardy was the most interesting outfits. Not gonna lie, yes he does, dude. He's like mesh see-through, very very seductive outfits. Yeah, those are nice. He always keeps it interesting. I like the face paint he does too, where he's got like the eyes drawn on his eyelids. It's very creepy. I love it. It's much better than his Willow gimmick from TNA. Oof, Willow. Jeff Hardy, yep. It's not me that wants to see Vince versus Paul Heyman. Look, I love Vince and I love Paul Heyman. I don't want to see either of them wrestle in a ring. I would love to see him. You give like a 20-minute promo to these guys, take up 20 minutes of airtime, and just going back and forth on a promo. That would be awesome. You do it in a backstage segment, that would be awesome. A match, Not really sold on that. I think did Ricochet. I think Ricochet won. I don't even know. I'm so sorry. I was not watching. I was like focused on the conversation we were. I'm so sorry, guys. Actually, I'm not sorry. Raw is a pretty shit show. This is like the most fun I've had watching Raw in literally years. Fuck. Oh, this is such a bad program, mate. Garza and Shane and oh yeah, Shelton did have a good match. Yeah. On main event last week. Yeah, I bet they did. I have a question. Why is main event on Peacock? Like I feel like wouldn't it make more sense to put main event, which is like a show that you're trying to get people some exposure, some experience. Wouldn't it make sense to kind of do what AEW's been doing with like Dark and Dark Elevation and just put it on YouTube for free and let everyone see it? Like I feel like that would also get some people over. That would also like make sure more people see it. But then I guess they have to come up with some original programming for Peacock, right? Garza, let's see, Vince versus Heyman, WrestleMania 38 Night 2 main event.
What is so funny?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here we go, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. I almost called her Lacey Brooke. Oof.
If it came from
Oof.
yeah. I mean, no offense, but I don't love your chances of becoming Miss Money in the Bank this Sunday. And let's be honest, I don't love your odds.
I love how they're just it's just like their entire gimmick like of Brooks and Rose is they're just throwing mad shade all the time. They're not the Iconics. They are not. They're like a washed up version of the Iconics. Big shout out to the Iconics, by the way. They were iconic. Paul Bearer versus Paul Heyman. That would have been a match, wouldn't it? That would have been at least been entertaining. Could you imagine those promos? It's like Paul Heyman just goes like, "Hello, sir. You are the Undertaker's manager, but I am Paul Heyman. I am beyond death." And then like Paul Bearer going like, "Oh yes, but I have the power of my Undertaker." Like it was those. That would have been great. Would have been amazing. Main event is on Hulu, then goes to Peacock about a week later. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought it went directly to Peacock. Okay, cool. I should start checking out Main Event instead of Raw. I feel, I totally feel like I would have more fun watching WWE Main Event than I would Raw. How sad is that? But I love how Liam is like gassing up since he's like, yes, since he wanted. We're making friends here on Real Take Stream Raw. I don't know what to call this. I don't care. We're making friends here. I love to see that agreement. Yeah, no, Paul Heyman and Paul Bearer would have amazing promos. Just imagine that, guys. Just like, ooh, just like ECW, you will rest in peace. Like he would. Paul Bearer totally would win. By the way, he's got the power of the urn. Like how can you go against the power of the urn and the power of my Undertaker? Oh yes. By the way, most underrated return in WWE history was Paul Heyman at WrestleMania 20. Because not only did the Undertaker return, but Paul Heyman returned. I think his return got lost in that. And that was a big freaking deal. Everyone marked out big time for Paul Heyman or Paul Bearer because you didn't see him for such a long time. Yeah, Main Event is solid, in-ring good. Well, yeah, no, I can't. I'll check out Main Event. T85. I'll check it out because I actually like good wrestling. And like my biggest problem with Raw is like there's just too much shit. Like there's just too much shit and too much repetition. I don't like it. But it's like what? Like Main Event's like what, an hour long? Yeah, I'd be cool with that. Just like I'd be cool with like watching an episode of Dark or whatever. Like I don't watch it every week, but I'll probably check it out and see what happens. Although I don't know about 205 Live. Although if it's like there's no need for that show anymore because the Cruiserweight Champion's basically NXT exclusive anyway. What a useless show that is. Bearer, Kane, and Taker versus Heyman, Brock, and Roman. You might have a future in this business, kid. You might have a future in this business. That is A1 booking right there. But when he says rest in peace, The Undertaker comes out and says it over him. And then The Undertaker pulls the lever and buries Paul Bearer in cement again. That still didn't make any sense to me. It's 15, 20, or was it 15, 16 years later? Still doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why The Undertaker did that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Liberty Mutual commercial, that's great. Let's see what is wrestling Twitter saying about tonight. I'm sure it's only negative things because that's all wrestling Twitter can hope to achieve. It's just negativity. I don't know. Is wrestling Twitter like the most toxic Twitter out there? Oh, actually no. Political Twitter is okay. Other than like political Twitter, is wrestling Twitter the most like toxic Twitter? Let's see. So you got can't show that. Yeah, see, is exactly what we're talking about. They're literally redoing the same gimmick for Shamo and Cody. It's the same ass gimmick. Let's see. Also, Cena's Friday on SmackDown. Maybe. Sonya Deville. Can we translate this? I don't speak. Sonya Deville could return to Action Company very soon. That would be nice to see. Sonya Deville, very talented in-ring performer. I want to see her wrestle. Wrestling Twitter is the most weird Twitter. It is weird. That's a good way to put it. I think Pat McAfee put it like that when he was describing wrestling Twitter. It's weird. It's really, really weird. Nah, he gonna bury Paul Heyman in cement. Yeah, he is gonna bury Paul Heyman in cement, though. That's what Taker does. He's like, I'm sorry, Paul. Even though I won this match, so you wouldn't get buried in cement, I am now going to bury you in cement. Rest in peace. Like it was, like it just didn't make any sense then. It doesn't make any sense now. I mean, they wanted to write off Paul Bearer. They could have done a lot better than just. It was the entire pay-per-view was built around that stipulation of is Paul Bearer going to get buried alive in cement or not? And then I'm thinking too logically. This is wrestling. I'm sorry. Wrestling Twitter is the most weird Twitter, especially with the top posts. Oh, tell me about it. Yeah, like dude, it's like wrestling fans, we are a weird bunch, ain't we? We are a weird bunch. We like oof. But yeah, no. So I was asked this question earlier. What were your guys' favorite Money in the Bank cash? Also, wait, I'm sorry. Changing topic completely. The only other reason other than Riddle that I watch Raw is my boy Jinder. Yes, I am biased. I am not Indian. I am Pakistani, by the way. I am biased, but do not hinder Jinder. Greatest world title reign of the modern era. Fight me. I love unhindered Jinder. Like it's just so great. It's like that's my boy. I have to love. I love how he's like going around having his Harley crashed by Drew Galloway. Like it's so great. It's so funny. It's just the idea of Jinder riding in on like a little Harley, like a big wheel. It's so funny. And also, I love how he can say this. He can just be like, Drew, I became WWE champion before you did. Like he's like Jinder. Jinder is so funny. Just have him. He would have the best promos in the company if that's all he said. I became WWE champion before you. Like that's it. Oh my God. Let's see. Thoughts on the Jinder Drew segment earlier. What happened in the Jinder Drew segment earlier? I missed that, I think. I totally missed that because I'm not going to watch all 3 hours of Raw. I'm sorry. I've done it in weeks on end. Can't subject myself to 3 hours of this shite. Maybe sexualizing female wrestlers on Twitter. Yeah, they be doing it. Sorry, way too much. Also, the thumbnails of like almost every YouTuber who talks about wrestling, not me. It's like very, very sexualized. Like it's kind of like clickbait to the max. It's like, yo, like you can, if your ideas are interesting enough, if your videos are interesting enough, you don't need that level of clickbait. You know, I don't know. I feel like it's low hanging fruit. Again, as you guys all probably know, my videos are a bit clickbaity, or my thumbnails are. My videos aren't. I like to. Actually, no, my videos are not clickbaity. I take that back. My videos are very honest about what they are about. I just have like bold titles, which is fine. They're not. I don't think that's clickbait. Actually, take it all back. Bearer, Kane, and Taker versus Heyman, Brock, and Roman. Boneyard. You could do a Boneyard match today with those three. You could bring back Bearer. They could bring back Paul Bearer. Dude, they can bring back like Paul Walker and Fast and Furious. They can bring back like Marlon Brando and Superman. They can bring back all. Yeah, they can totally bring back Paul Bearer for a taped match. I totally think so. Book it. We got some bookers in here. Cincy and Liam. We got some real bookers in here. I love to see it. Big can of Coke for you fellas. I watch a lot of OSW in case you guys can't tell. That's where a lot of my references go. I've been like this weird Pakistani American dude who talks like he's Irish sometimes. Oh dear, Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. Literally this feud is built around who can be the most obnoxious. I love how they're both on crutches though. It's hilarious. They're so obnoxious to each other. This should be a great match, by the way. This should be a great match. This should be a great feud, but the writing is terrible. I love Charlotte and Rhea. The crutches came off. Okay. Jinder snapped Drew's sword, but turns out it was a replica. Drew appears on screen with the real sword. Didn't he call his sword the Loch, or it's made of like bone from the Loch Ness monster? He's cutting like the Finn Balor promos where he's like, "I'm telling you," or where he's like, "I'm telling you, Bray, what Finn Balor is. Balor's a demon," and he has a little pumpkin face Balor. You guys remember pumpkin face Balor? Like he did the promo with Bray Wyatt. He was like, "I'm a demon," and then like it cut between his real face, like Finn Balor, and then the demon. Hold up. Let me pull this up. They called him the Pumpkin King. That's literally what they called him, the Pumpkin King. Literally, like this was it. This was a pumpkin, and he's got like a little dot on his nose, like a little like a sad little puppy dog, and a floppy ears. Aww, puppy dog, Pumpkin Balor. Love it, love it. Should be a great match. Doesn't mean it will be a great match. Agreed. I blame that mostly on booking and the way they wrote this out. Since you have found your career, by the way, congratulations. Me and you can run run the business, Cincy. Hey, boys, start your own territory. Go for it. This is a perfect time to start a territory too, because like the people are looking to work. Wrestling is at one of its hottest points it's been in years. Might as well. A brave McIntyre fought Nessie and took it from his team. So fucking stupid. It's like the dungeon. This is like Dungeon of Doom levels of like just terrible bollocks. Like this is just. It's like this is just, like you can only laugh at it. You can only laugh. Like it's like how am I supposed to take McIntyre seriously when he's like, I took it from the Loch Ness monster. Like that's not even like a good. I don't know. Yeah, Pumpkin Pup Balor though. Pumpkin Pup Balor was amazing. It's just like a little puppy dog, like a little droopy nose, like drip drip. Finny drip drip. There we go. I'm so sorry. Completely sandbagged this. Oh yeah, so next week, Karrion Kross versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT title next week on NXT. That's gonna be good. I can't watch it though live, so don't spoil it for me tomorrow night during the show. But Pumpkin Balor, that might be the best. Like, I don't know, it wasn't best. Although he was completely outdone, 100% outdone by Bray Wyatt's like transformation into Sister Abigail. Like that promo, like that, like changing promo. That was something. That's in a moment in time. That's gonna be like 20 years from now, we're going to be talking about that and just like, this is like one of the funniest things legitimately to happen in wrestling. So it is just about 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. We got about like another half hour left of Monday Night Raw, Michael. But, oh yeah, I was supposed to go over my favorite Money in the Bank cash-ins. So I have like a whole thing about these Money in the Bank cash-ins. I have a top 5. I'll actually read out the top 5 to you guys. Because I think I wrote it down here for a video I was gonna do. Actually, we might do. I'll give you guys a sneak peek because we're gonna do this I think tomorrow night. But you won't know Trevor's. You only know mine, and it's only like a few of you, so that's cool. So here we go. My top 5 is so actually, sorry, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Here's my top. That's wrong top 5. There's a top 5 right there. So I'll just leave it at that for a second, and I'll be right back, boys. Don't go anywhere. I am back. I had to grab dinner because I'm hungry and I haven't eaten all day, but just wanted to grab something to have with me while we work through this terrible Raw. Anyway, so my top 5 Money in the Bank cash-ins, guys. My top 5 Money in the Bank cash-ins was Oh, you guys are fantasy. Keep fantasy booking in the chat. Let me while I go over these. Number 5 was Dean Ambrose at Money in the Bank 2016. Number 4 was Edge New Year's Revolution 2006 because I always loved. That was the first one and it kind of set the tone for everything. How big of a surprise it would be. Rob Van Dam at ECW One Night Stand. Just an amazing moment in time in wrestling. Dolph Ziggler, number 2. Second best cash in ever after Mania 29. The pop was huge. You really thought they were going to do something. You really thought they were going to do something with Ziggler at that point, but unfortunately, that's not what happened. And number 1, Rollins at Mania 31. It had to be that one. It just had to. Excuse me while I eat. All right. So, Real Take WWE. How about Real Take Wrestling? There we go. Real Take Wrestling. That's a good name for it. We'll do that. So, Real Take Wrestling, me, Cincy are the bookers. You and Vinci. Oh, okay. T85, you can have a job too if you want. We'll give you. You can be a road agent. You can be a road agent. You can be our Brooklyn brawler. Here's there for whatever we need. We got you, bro. That paycheck's gonna keep coming in. Now we can fire Vince. Yeah, let's do that. That's our first course of action. Fire Vince. Whoever did Finn Balor's demon stuff is a god tier artist. That is true. There were a lot of his that were good. The Finn Balor the Finn Balor pumpkin one was not great, but he had some really good ones. I liked Joker Balor. I liked Balor when he did that match with Owens for the title in Japan was great. We forgot Trevor. He can be the first ever champ. You don't want him. No. Trevor can't have that ego trip. We can't allow him on that. I'm the one who's supposed to have the ego trip. Trevor can be like our head trainer. That's what I'll allow him to be. That's what I'll allow him to be. That's all he's allowed to be. But yeah, I like this. I like this so far. So let's take the roster of AEW and WWE combined. Who's gonna be our first champion, boys? Because I have some ideas. I think a good first feud would probably be Grado. Of course you want Grado. We got to build up the Grado Mania. We got to build that up over time. That can't be an immediate thing you go into. By the way, I think Cincy, you asked. I'm eating chicken, dude. Good old chicken. Oh. It's disgusting, I know. There's a bone in there. But some good-ass chicken, bro. Sorry. Just had a question from someone. Okay, cool. Grado is the first ever champ. Come on. Okay, this is not Grado Mania Wrestling. That's basically what ICW was back in the day. But no, I mean, I would like to see Grado being champion, but that's something we build for our first main show. Come on. We got to draw the people in. You got to hook them in. I'm so confused about who the hell Grado is, but whatever. Here, you want to know who Grado is? I will just watch his entrance. I'll send it. I'll pin it in the chat. How about that? I'll pin it in the chat, and just so you can see how obscenely over this guy is, you will know. So here you go. Do that. So I just sent it in the chat. Watch that. Then you will understand truly why Grado is so over. Grado is literally like the Scottish version of Daniel Bryan. Except he's a bit like he's cool. He's cool. Trust me. He's got great entrance music. He's got great babyface fire. He's dope. Scottish, fun-loving wrestler. That's exactly what it is. He's the pride of Scotland. Love Grado. He's young too. I forgot how young Grado. He's only 33. He's been around for a while, at least from my experience, but he's still fairly a young person. Also, I love how none of us care about what's happening on Raw. This Walter is first champ. I'd be down for that. There we go. Then we build to that Walter Grado match at our first big show. Like, I'm telling you, man, you want Grado to get over with every audience, that's what you do. And you have him come out to his amazing theme. Over like Rover, baby. I don't even know who she's... Okay, so it's Natalya and Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley is just demolishing the Natty right now. Not great. Doesn't look great for Natty. The Brute. Riptide here. No. Roll up by Natty. Looking for a sharpshooter. And she was thinking sharpshooter, but yeah, wasn't doing one. Ripley now. Ooh, big drop kick to Tamina. Took out Tamina on the outside as Natalya moved out of the way. Oh, discus clothesline. Oh, yeah. Love to see that. We have like a Mark Henry winning the first Real Take Rumble. Oh, I love this. Is just no. You know who needs to win the first Real Take Rumble? We need to go full on like bollocks about. Like we need to make this like ridiculous. You guys remember Bull Dempsey? If we're gonna have a big guy win, I want it to be Bull Dempsey. Bull Fit was one of the best gimmicks NXT ever did. Period. Bull Dempsey is an American, a world hero actually. When you really think about it, big shout out to Bull Dempsey wherever he is. I think he changed his name, but he was great. He was great in NXT. It was an amazing gimmick. Bull Fit. But the Real Take Rumble, I like that, dude. RTR, Real Take Rumble. We'll do like a. We'll figure this out. We should do like a booking thing, like an actual booking thing. Cincy, what did you think about Grado's entrance? Because it's honestly like one of the best entrances in wrestling. Like I used to think like Sandman had the best entrance, like the best just like you know, most over entrance. But it's also because he had a great song. Grado might have the best entrance because it's like he's a good wrestler. He's got a great gimmick and he's beloved. You know, so he's already better than the Sandman, and the song is pretty good. People like to sing it. Oh man, this is fun. It was interesting. He's just, but you get what I'm saying, right? He's like a very interesting, different kind of guy, but he's over, and that's the big thing. People just love him. Like he's just good guy. Liam really loves him. Liam just wants him to win everything. Like he wants Grado to be like Brock Lesnar. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. Eat, sleep, Grado, repeat. BLT commercial making me even more hungry. But I'll wait until Raw's over to like fully chow down. I don't want you guys to like see me going blah, 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 you know. I'll just snack a little bit on this chicken and the salad I have. Yeah. So wait, who's gonna be like our? We need to have like some tag teams here. Like, what about And I don't want it to be the Young Bucks. I like the Young Bucks. Overdone though. What about like, what if we had like you know, Gable and my boy Chad Gable and Otis as the first tag champions. That's a pair right there. By the way, it's going places. Chad Gable is he was an amazing talent, one of the best in-ring performers in WWE. Also one of the best promos, most underrated promos. Trevor Sutton, what's up, boss? What's up? Yeah, I am your boss, bitch. I am your boss. Exactly. Trevor has joined the chat, by the way, everyone. My co-host for Real Take Wrestle Talk tomorrow night, live here at 8 p.m. Trevor, get on before 8 p.m., buddy. Yeah. Liam thinks Grado is the second coming of Jesus. He might look. We don't know. We can't prove that he's not. Therefore, he might be. I'm a New Day fanboy. Don't ask me. Hey, New Day's great. I love New Day. It's the 2015 New Day, by the way. Amazing. That's like my favorite version of New Day. They are like SummerSlam 2015 was like their creme de la creme. Like that was amazing New Day right there. They were like, that's when they finally like made the turn. They got over. No, Cincy, he was before. He was before. Trevor, we got a question. So you're officially our head trainer in Real Take Wrestling. I just want you to know they fantasy booked this pretty well. Like they're doing a pretty good job fantasy booking this. Like these are our two head bookers, by the way, Cincy Edits and Liam 27. This is so much funner. This is so much more fun than watching Raw. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All right, here we go. Rhea Ripley, Northern Light suplex, cover on Natty 1-2. I'm not even gonna pretend to be interested in what's going on. I love how these pay-per-views nowadays are only 3 hours long, like the WWE ones, because like actually they're less than 3. They're like 2:30, which is amazing. Because I was really hating the 5-hour long pay-per-view format. It was just so taxing. Yeah, Mr. Head Trainer. He's the head trainer, man. We need him to get these puppies into shape. Bill DeMott style. Psych, nah. Don't be Bill DeMott, Trevor. Don't be that asshole. Don't be Bill DeMott. Allegedly. Brodus Clay could win the first Real Take Rumble. He could. Although I think he's too busy right now, being a talking head on Fox News. Because that's what he's been doing lately. He's just like, I don't know. I'm not going to get political, but yeah, that's what he's been up to lately. He might be too busy. But no, Brodus would be a cool person to win. I think he's like in that same category as like a Bull Dempsey. Like Bull Fit, like Brodus Clay. Tensai. What about Tensai? Tensai that's like the pinnacle of boydom right there. That's like he's definitely up there, I think, as far as in this Real Take Rumble. So far we have Walter as the first champion. That's it, yeah. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair get the prize of biggest draw. Yeah, their characters are so bad. Like, they just come out and complain. Like, who am I supposed to be cheering for in this? A genuine question. Am I supposed to be cheering for Rhea Ripley or Charlotte Flair? So who should win the first Rumble? Okay, so let's narrow this down so far. We've got Brodus Clay, Tensai, Bull, and who you said? Oh, well, Grado, obviously. Let's take Grado out of this because he's more so in the world title picture long term. So out of those guys, Bull Dempsey, Brodus Clay, and Mark Henry too. I forgot Mark Henry and yeah. So let's see. And Tensai, man, Tensai, he's got to be up there. Tensai is just my favorite. One of my favorite things in the world, by the way, guys. When Tensai came out and he did that dance competition with Brodus Clay, it was amazing. I call dibs on getting Finn Balor to come back as Demon again. Yes, get him to come back as the Demon again because I like regular Finn, but Demon Finn was just, it added something extra. But the thing is, I think the issue why Demon Finn didn't work on the main roster was because WWE thought it was his gimmick. Like the Demon was his gimmick when the Demon was just something Balor did for big matches in NXT, which made sense. But yeah. Bring him back. Let him do his thing. It worked. And it'll be over. Pumpkin Balor to win the first one. It has to be Pumpkin Pup Balor, though. How about this? Oh, Charlotte Flair just attacked Rhea Ripley from behind. All right. So let's settle this right now. Pumpkin Finn Balor. That's the only Finn Balor that's allowed to be in this promotion. It has to be Pumpkin Pump Balor. Because it's just so amazing. Just they made him look like a little jack-o'-lantern puppy dog. So here we go. Charlotte Flair has the figure 4 locked in. Umaga, Godfather, Papa Shango. Papa Shango's just the Shango Tango. We love Papa Shango here. We have to. Trevor, we're going to give Papa Shango an award one day. We need to come up with some awards for Papa Shango. He is legitimately the greatest. Like, what Papa Shango was doing in the early 90s it was way ahead of its time. Like, you will feel the power of Papa Shango. Like, when he made the Ultimate Warrior throw up when he missed his call. He missed his calling. He literally missed. at WrestleMania 8, guys, Papa Shango was supposed to make a run in at the main event of WrestleMania. Now you might be asking yourself, why is there a main event at WrestleMania? Why is there a run in the main event of WrestleMania? Vince, brother. Hogan couldn't lose to Sid clean, but there had to be a disqualification. Anyway, but so Shango is supposed to come out and interfere with the match. He misses his cue by like 4 minutes, and like he just by the time he's just like lumbering to the ring. By the time like it's already too late, and he's like, oh man, Vince is gonna beat the shit out of me. Real take slammies. Trevor, what do you think about this? I am all for this. The real take slammies. We should have like an awards show at the end of the year. We'll do, or maybe even before we'll do an awards show. We'll have our own Hall of Fame too, Trev. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Real Take Wrestle Talk tomorrow night live here on YouTube at 8 p.m. Subscribe so you guys get notified and all that. Wow, that was my least impressive sell ever. We'll get better though. Oh, here we go. MVP with the ladies. The ladies. We love that. 206 live. No, it has to be 204. It has to be 204 because it's just... Actually, no, 206 is good because it's like one better than 205. Like, yeah, one better. Like, Buddy Murphy, you made the cut, dude, even though you're not 205 pounds. So here we go. The VIP Lounge is next here with the guest, the almighty Bobby Lashley, the almighty WWE champion, and then the show will be mercilessly over. Although I've been having the time of my life with y'all boys. RTRE, Real Take Wrestling Entertainment. No, I think Trevor will even agree with me on this one. We are not sports entertainment. We are professional wrestling. Although I don't know how professional it will be considering how much we're booking this. We got to find a benefactor too. And we'll just call up Eric Bischoff. He knows a lot of people who are trying to waste money and investing in something stupid. Just call up Eric Bischoff. Like, hey, Eric, I got some terrible investment opportunities for you. You're interested. You know you are. Big shout out to Eric Bischoff. We love Eric Bischoff. This is amazing. Yeah. RTRE. No, let Vince do that when he eventually sells WWE. He's like, goddamn pal, we're gonna start another one. It's gonna be World Wrestling Sports Entertainment WWSPE. Like, oh my god, it's gonna be terrible. Vince, what do you guys think about Vince possibly selling WWE? I'm weirdly hopeful and also hopeless at the same time. I think there's like only. No matter what, it's going to be bad because Vince is going to run the company in the ground anyway. And by into the ground, I mean I'm just going to get less and less interested over time. Who is our commentary team? You know who's not, Liam? Whoever that dude is, you know who's not? Whoever that motherfucker is from Insane Championship Wrestling, who does all of Grado's matches. He's not going to be on our team. I don't care who we put on, but he will not be on there. He is so annoying because all he does is scream right into the mic, and it hurts your ears. Like it's so bad. No, he can't be on there. Everyone else, but full on. I'll make a suggestion. I won't oversight too much on this one. Make a suggestion. Mauro Ranallo, prime time right there. Although we could go like the other way and just do the Pope D'Angelo De Niro. Can we have the Pope, please? Teddy Long. So our superstars go one-on-one with the other in a tag team match, too. No. Yeah, Teddy Long is our GM. That's booked. That's done. That's a great idea, Liam. A can of Coke for you. You're going one-on-one in a tag team match with The Undertaker. It's such an amazing... I love how Teddy Long... That wasn't a gimmick when he started. He just did it. And... it just manifested itself into a meme. Those are the best memes. Those are the best gimmicks. It just happened naturally. That's exactly what happened. Let's see. Undertaker should be a commentator. I'm all with it. No Hogan. Definitely not. Because all Hogan's gonna do is just try to put himself over for the neck for our show's not gonna be 3 hours. By the way, it's gonna be maximum 2 hours. Because no one wants to watch a 3 hour show, evidenced by me in the stream. But Hogan, yeah, no one wants to listen to Hogan just being like, oh, brother, this reminds me of when I picked up Andre the Giant and body slammed him down to the mat. Oh, brother. No one wants to see that. No one wants to hear that. Yeah, but I like Pope D'Angelo De Niro could be Undertaker. Get some seriousness in there. That's a really good idea. I do like the Undertaker on them. I love our mix of like seriously good ideas, but also just like meme-worthy boys like involved in our main event scene ideas. It's just amazing. This is what wrestling fans want. We want a little bit of memery, a little bit of fun, and we want a little bit of serious. It's not too much to ask for, WWE. It's not too much to ask for. All right, we're back. Ban JBL, headphone man from every. Yeah, he's banned, brother. He's banned. Not allowed in the building ever.
Was that attack a preview of what's to come this Sunday at Money in the Bank? Sarah, it's not about the pieces in the game. It's about the player.
It's not about the pieces in the game. It's the players. It's Charlotte Flair.
And all the fans in Fort Worth are going to realize
Oh, is that her new catchphrase? Is that her new thing? Because remember Rick had, it's what was it? Ric Flair was, to be the man you got to beat the man. Is this like her new thing? To win the game you got to play. I don't fucking know what she said. I already forgot. Here we go. Okay, the VIP lounge. I'm excited for this. I love to hear MVP talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's listen in on this.
This is the last episode of Monday Night Raw, coming to you from the Thunderdome.
The final WWE Raw from the Thunderdome.
Where we watch the rise of the
I'm calling it. Fridays say the wrestlers will go all out. They will. Our first pay-per-view has to be Paul versus Paul Boneyard match. Hologram Paul Bearer versus real-life Paul Heyman. Book it. I love this. The Lashley Dome. Rip Paul Bearer. We can. There's holograms. There's ways to do this. There's ways to do it. Paul Walker can be in Fast and Furious. Then we can bring Paul Bearer back in some way, shape, or form. I hate this fake crowd noise.
Let's not dawdle any longer. It is my honor and privilege to give to you the almighty WWE.
Here comes the almighty WWE champion.
Bobby Lashley.
It doesn't seem like Bobby's coming out.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh, I don't think Bobby's coming out. I think Bobby might be a little mad.
Bobby, where you at, champ? Come on out, man.
I'm sure Paul Bearer has a brother. We can figure this out. He has sons. I know he has sons. We'll figure this out. But
Ladies and gentlemen,
Bobby Lashley's still not coming out.
give to you the almighty WWE champion, Bobby Lashley.
Okay, finally Bobby's music plays and he's coming out, it seems.
Operating on the almighty's own time. Took a few tries, but
So, okay, he's not coming. He's not out yet.
by the WWE champion himself.
Oh, wait, Lashley's coming out. He looks a bit fatigued. His tie is all in knots. He just tripped over something. He seems very disturbed, very under stress. Who wins tomorrow, Cross or Gargano? Gargano. I legitimately think Gargano is going to win because they want to bring Karrion Kross up to the main roster on SmackDown. That's been like, he's been doing dark matches for the past few weeks. It would seem like he's going to be called up soon. If there's any time to take the title off of him, it'd probably be now. MVP said, ladies, give this man a back rub. Oh, Bobby Lashley said it's enough.
I think you need to excuse this for a minute. I need to talk to him alone.
Oh, serious Bobby Lashley. This is not a good sign for MVP. He might get fired. Bobby does not look happy with MVP at all.
Want them here. You know something? Think about what Kofi said. At first, I thought he was just trying to talk trash and get in my head. The more I thought about it, Kofi was right.
Oh dear, Kofi was right. He says
Causing me to lose my
he's
edge.
blaming MVP for losing his edge and going soft.
He was right.
No, don't split them up. No,
I lost to Xavier.
no, don't split them up. Bobby Lashley,
Dismantle that.
guys, Bobby Lashley will lose all of his momentum if this happens. MVP was the only reason he was over. He needs him as a mouthpiece.
Furious right now. Are you trying to cheer me up with champagne?
Oh dear.
Women?
Oh dear. He is gonna get murked. Oh, MVP's gonna get murked. Oh no.
I appreciate everything that you've done for me in my career. But this bullshit needs to stop now.
Ooh, Bobby Lashley just said bullshit on TV. He's gonna get fucked up.
Enjoyment that I want to have from now on is destroy every single soul that tries to step up for my WWE championship.
Very serious Lashley. He said, I'm gonna destroy every single soul that steps up to me. Oh, he's destroyed the lounge. He's destroying the chairs, destroying the couches, destroying the... Oh, he just pushed MVP. Just destroyed the table. The glass is just shattering. The couches. He's picked up the couch and he's hurling it out of the ring. Bobby Lashley is pissed. The monster. Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, is unleashed. And MVP is in a corner, just watching him destroy the VIP lounge. MVP looking on in horror at his monster destroying his fun, and now Bobby's staring a hole down into MVP. MVP looks like a sad puppy dog right now. Okay, Bobby's picking up the mic. He's gonna say one last thing.
Kofi, I'm gonna do this weekend what I should have done weeks ago. I'm gonna tear you in half.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go in to Money in the Bank, the almighty WWE champion, and I'm gonna leave the almighty WWE champion.
Oh my God.
So I hope you bring your family and your friends and the whole damn WWE universe to get your back. Because I am going to dismantle you.
Oh, I hope there's not a hurt lock coming. Bobby Lashley said, I'm going to dismantle you, Kofi. I'm going to dismantle you this Sunday. Oh, God.
Kofi, I hope
You can't do this. They can't do this. If they break up the Hurt business even more, Bobby Lashley's title reign is going to go to shit real quick.
Because I'm gonna cave your skull in, I'm gonna wring your little neck, and then I'm gonna fold you up in a little box, and I'm gonna send it to the circus with the rest of the little clowns.
Oh, he ruined the promo. He said, I'm going to strangle you, put you in a box, and I'm going to send you to the circus with all the rest of the clowns. Oh, my God. Ruined this promo. Suffering succotash, pal. I love how Lyles just comes in. I hate Hulk Hogan. Okay, so it looks like very unmenacing. Very unmenacing indeed. There's no hurt lock coming. It's pretty over. It's okay. The segment is over. MVP is still in one piece. And that is Raw. That was Raw. That was... I spent more time fantasy booking with you guys than I did watching this show, and I enjoyed it. I'm so happy. I think this is how they end Lashley's reign. They're not going to put the belt on Kofi, unfortunately. I would love to see that, but it doesn't make sense. I think you keep the belt on Lashley at least until SummerSlam. Then you have like maybe Drew cash in if he wins Money in the Bank. Or I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff you could do, but I enjoyed this so much, guys. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, but no, I had so much fun doing this. We got to continue this. Take notes. Take notes on this. Do you like WWE or AEW better? I like AEW better. I as an overall product, I like AEW better. I think WWE SmackDown is amazing. I love the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns as champion. I love the thing they're doing with Edge right now. Rollins, but Bianca Belair and her feuds have been solid and amazing. I think she's really great. I like what they're doing with SmackDown. They've just brought in Shotzi and Knox, as they're calling them now. I think that's going to be great. They're probably going to get Karrion Kross as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited about SmackDown. Raw is trash. Worst. I literally spent like this entire stream not talking about Raw. I was talking to these fellas in the chat, Cincy and Liam. Big shout out to y'all, by the way, about literally fantasy booking and other shit. Like, we were not talking about. I didn't even have. Like, I had it pulled up on my screen, but it was just like. Wrestle Talk is tomorrow. Yes, Wrestle Talk is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Catch the replay whenever. But yeah, so hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. Thank you so much for supporting. If you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. Help out the algorithm. Most of you are subscribed, but if you're not subscribed and you're watching this, please remember to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. We have Real Take Wrestle Talk tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Also have Real Take Sports Talk on Thursday, talking about all the wonderful stuff in the wonderful world of sports. Thank you so much for keeping me entertained. Hopefully you guys had fun as well. We'll keep doing these, spread out hopefully more often. One day we'll get Trevor on here too to do a watch along, so that'll be fun. But thank you guys, and I will see you next time.